You are welcome to another empowering session on Ask Jason's Mom. And I guess you already know what we'll be talking about: raising brilliant and moral kids in a chaotic world. I said chaotic because, excuse me, let me add our co host. Vivian, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. So we have our co-host here, Vivian of Kachi. So like I mentioned earlier, today we'll be talking about raising brilliant and moral kids in this kind of time, in this chaotic world, because we're in a digital world and the kids we're having now, they're digital kids. So desperate times calls for desperate measures. You will not compare raising kids in this time compared to during our own time or during the days of our parents and everything. It gets harder by the day. Sometimes you even think about it, you might just be like, I don't know what the future holds. It's not like I just have my kids now and start putting in the effort, because in the future it's going to get more difficult. So when we are talking about raising brilliant and moral kids, we need to understand what brilliance is and what morality is. When we talk about brilliance, we are talking about raising children that has problem solving skills, children that are critical thinkers. It doesn't mean raising children that are just intelligent, educationally intelligent. We're talking about children that are emotionally intelligent, that have problem solving skills. That's what we're talking about when we talk about brilliance. Now, if we're talking about raising moral kids, we're talking about raising kids that has integrity, kids that are honest, kids that are kind, kids that are responsible. It is very, very important, because the way we are going, with the direction our world is pointing, these are the kind of children we need. And raising brilliant and moral kids is not just a passive activity, it's an active one. You need to be active. You will not expect it to just happen, boom. So when you want to raise brilliant and moral kids, just know that you are in for a big work, as in you are
Yeah.
entering a big work. And one thing I would like our parents to know before we dive into what we have in for today is nobody is a perfect parent. I myself, speaking with you, I'm not a perfect parent. We are all striving to be better. We are all striving to be better. So no parent is perfect. We are learning on the job. Just like marriage, when you get married, Yusuf, thank you for joining. Chloe, thank you for joining. You're welcome. So, as I was saying, it is very, very important for you to know that no parent is perfect. So, this topic is very, very important, because parenting will shape the life of your children. And children don't just learn by you telling them that this is right, they learn by what they see when you show them. That's why sometimes when we see our children do some certain things or mimic us, we'll just laugh it. But the message that thing is passing is they see everything you are doing. So it is very, very important for you to lead by example, because you are a leader. You're not just a parent in their life, you are a leader. You have to serve them, you have to show them the right way. You don't just say it. Kalista Abasi, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And when we are talking about parenting, we know that there are different types of parenting. You have the authoritarian. These are parents that want their children to be perfect. They want you to obey them. They just tell their children, do this, and you must do it the way they want it. They impose themselves on their children. Now, we talk about the permissive parents. The second one, they are the permissive parents. This set of people are the free parents, whereby they don't hold you back. They just let the child to be free. If the child say, I want pizza, I want this, they give it to the child. If they're telling their child, you need to go to bed, and the child is saying, no, I want to finish this movie I'm watching, they let the child be. Anything to make the child happy. These are the permissive parents. Now we have the authoritative parents. These
Mm, network. I think our network is very poor.
sorry, I think my network just went out. They know when to cut the limits and everything. They allow the child to explore, but they guide them. So these are parents that are firm. And for me, I think this is a balanced style of parenting. A parent that loves, a parent that allows the child to express themselves, but they teach and they hold you back when you are trying to go astray. Now, the last type of parenting, they are the neglective parents. These ones, they don't even care. They are not involved in their child's life. They don't even know what is going on. They don't, and it's very very bad. We also have another one now that is not really a thing. Theoretically speaking, these are parents that are, I will not say fully involved, but they are more like the monitoring parents. They would like to see everything their child is doing. They are nosy, trying to make sure their child doesn't make any mistake or something like that. So this is another type of parenting. So one, when it comes to parenting, it is very very important that, because all of them has impact on the child's life. Anyone you're going for, it has impact on the child's life. When you bring up, you're a permissive parent, you have a child that will grow tomorrow and feel like they are entitled to everything. They will
Oh,
not know how to control their emotions. They will not accept criticism. So it is very very important that you know what you want for your child. And I know every parent wants the best for their child. So if you want the best for your child, you have to create a balance whereby you guide them, you nurture them, you know when to be firm, you know when to be loving, you know when to show them the right thing to follow. So today, as we are discussing raising brilliant and moral kids, I have a guideline so that I don't skip anything, because somehow when we go live like this and we start discussing, we might just drift from the subject matter, and we will not finish what we have for the day. So I have a guide, and one of the things you need to do when you want to raise a brilliant and moral child is building the foundation. Now, building the foundation, we are talking about your home. They say charity begins at home. That's the same way raising moral and brilliant kids begins at home. You don't expect your children to get the basic home training or morality values from outside. Thank you, Kalista Abasi. Everything starts from inside, everything starts from the house. You need to nurture your child, you need to show them, you live by example. You can create a family culture. Let me use, for example, in my house, in as much as my kids are still little, we have some guidelines or some rules that we are implementing, I and my husband, and the kids join as well. For example, we don't press phone on the dining when we are eating. We don't press phone. I know my kids have not come up to the age of using phone, but they are watching us that, okay, whenever we are sitting down round on the table, we are having conversations and everything. These are the things they are picking, because when you are eating, you have a mobile device on your phone. You are pressing your phone. Your partner is pressing their phone and everything. There will be a disconnect. You people cannot pay attention to each other. You people cannot discuss one or two things, because that eating together is an avenue for the family to bond. These are things that will make family bond. You laugh over some things, you discuss and you eat. So you need to have an environment or your home as a foundation for raising your children. It is very, very important. Secondly, I'll be talking about teaching them values consistently. You'll be teaching them values. Explain things to them. Don't just tell them, stop making noise, stop putting your leg on that this thing. You need to explain to them, because these children, they are very, very curious. Okay, they want to know why this is existing. I can tell my child, go out from there, they will still continue what they are doing. But if you want to raise these children to know that, okay, there are values, there is a consequences for any action you take, there are consequences for any action or actions you take, you need to explain it to them, no matter how little they are. Speak to your children. I used to tell parents these things. You'll be feeling like, they are still small, they don't know anything. What do they know? It is very, very important for you to let them know the reason why they are doing this, and let them know that everything has consequences. If you are kind, this is the result, this is the consequence. If you are rude, this is the consequence. And then you correct them with love. I'll allow my co-host to come in. So far, the two guidelines I've given in raising moral and brilliant children, I would like you to put in your own input concerning the two subject matters that I've raised.
Yeah, sorry, your network has been glitching.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry about
in
that.
raising our kids these days, you have to teach your children empathy. You raise them in a way that they will have empathy, you know. And these days, even we adults, we do it sometimes unknowingly. You just come out, maybe you meet an accident scene. The first thing you do is to bring out your phone. You don't care about what happened, those people involved in the accident, what you are supposed to do, you know. So, but that is not the right thing to do. Remember, whatever you're teaching them, whatever you're telling them, you have to lead by example. Kids learn faster by seeing you do it. They copy most of the things we do, and it goes a very long way. If you raise a child that doesn't have empathy, the person will grow up to be an adult that doesn't really have empathy. And in that essence, it's yeah, sorry about that. And in that essence, it be a problem to the society. And in relationship is the number one thing. Is one of the most important things as in characters to have. Um, it is very important that we instill that empathy in our kids,
Yeah.
and also by showing them example. Have our different types of religion. We worship in, whether Muslim, Christian, traditionalist, kids to grow up in is not just maybe by you have to train them. When you are doing it, they have to follow you and do
Yeah.
it. They have to follow you to church. They have to follow you and pray, and even understand what they are praying. Let them understand what they are doing, not just for doing sake.
Yeah.
That you tell the person, and he will just sit down without asking you, "Oh, mom, yes, I'm sitting down, but sit down." It is very important you raise your kids. Raise oh yes, reduce the volume of that. Sorry about raise kids that will just be oh yes members. Anything you
Yeah.
they grow able to put that will be able to take decisions, that will be able to say, no, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. And most importantly, everything you are teaching your kids, remember, you are their role model. You can't tell your child, don't wear this, don't wear mini skirts, don't wear this short something to, but you are wearing it. Don't go out naked, but you are going out naked. You are the number one person they are copying. You are their mini God they are seeing. After God in heaven, you are the mini God they are seeing. So that is why some parents will be like, that's so strict on their kids. And you see it affecting them even at old age, that they cannot even open mouth and say, no, mommy, this thing you're doing is not good. No, daddy, this thing you're doing is not good. I've seen adults grown up into that, that they cannot stand up and say, no, this is not right. But that is not what we want. Because if they cannot tell you that, no, this is not right, they can't say it outside.
Which
If they
it
have that
affects
fear,
their self-confidence.
yeah, if they have that fear that they cannot stand on their own, you made them believe that they don't know anything. That is just it. That is what you have put inside them, that you don't know anything. You can't do this. So before they do anything, they have to come back to you. Mommy, do I do this? Daddy, do I do this? Which is very wrong for an adult, because it's from kids they'll have to grow and grow into adults. That
Yeah.
an adult will come back. No, they should come back and be giving you, as in, you can discuss, take
Sorry.
decisions, suggestions, thank you, so that you will move in whatever you are planning. Get me water, please. But not that your child cannot decide. Take, for instance, in school, you send them to school, you are not going to school with them.
Yeah.
They go to, yeah, when they go to school now, you don't know anything happening there. And they cannot defend themselves. And they'll come back to the house and tell you, mommy, Chidima beats me. What did you do?
Sorry.
She did not, thank you. She didn't do anything. She only came back to tell you that Chidima beat her. No. What did you do that Chidima beat you? What did you do to avoid that beating next time? Okay, now you did this or you did that. Then what is your own reaction? Because you can't tell me that Chidima beat you as my child that I trained well, and you leave Chidima like that. I'm not saying you should just fight straight. But Chidima, come, why hitting me? Yes, you should ask him or her, why hitting me? Let the person explain to you why he is taking that action. And if you're not satisfied with that, you retaliate. I don't train my kids like, no, don't fight, don't. If the person slap you, I can't even imagine it that you should just be on your own and somebody will come and slap you. Yes. So if it happens like that, you take the action. Then which means the person wants fight, you give it to the person. I'm not saying don't fight though. And what I will tell you that don't look for trouble. Be on your own. Stay on your lane and don't look for trouble. So it is not, I believe I see it as being able to be independent, because
Yeah.
that is where it starts. If that child is not able to defend him or herself, or defend him or herself in school, how do you expect the child when grown up to
To
defend him
face
or
the world.
herself? Yes. So it is just that simple. That which you want them to become, start now to put
Yeah.
it in them. And this, I want to condemn this pattern of parenting. You call it authoritative. It makes them, well, which word will I use? As in,
They
even
will have
when,
they will have low self-esteem.
thank you, even when they know that thing, they believe they don't know it. As in, I would say you have put that belief in them that they cannot do anything.
Exactly.
What can you do? You can't. Yes, because they're already afraid. They don't want you come shouting around, and
Exactly.
it makes them to always want to stay one place, to
They will
always
hold
want
back.
to, yeah, to always want to put themselves in one place. which is very wrong, because any adult that is doing that cannot progress in life. If you, maybe you are doing business now, somebody will come to your shop. Doing business, you don't have to be too calm now. Yes, to some extent, you don't have to be too calm. You should be able to explain. You should be able to fight back. Even in your office, maybe
Express.
you are, yeah, even in your office, no matter which position you are, you should be able to say, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. And not like you are, I can't, such adults, I don't like dealing with them. I know I have them, I see them around us, but I know it is because of parental upbringing, the way they
Yeah,
were trained,
because of their
ehen,
childhood.
their childhood
So
experience.
yeah,
So that is it. And another thing, remember the way you treat your partner plays a very long role in the way your kids grow. Because if they
exactly.
see you treat your partner with love, they are growing into love. If you treat your partner with disgust, hate, they are also copying that. So you cannot just do magic. It is what you dish out that you will receive. So
Exactly.
let us be watchful of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Whenever you come in like this, you just dissect everything, summarize, impute from left and right, and no, no, I love your analysis. Thank you very much. And from what
Thank
you
you.
said, it leads us to the next point I was going to talk about, which is welcome curiosity and critical thinking. It is very, very important because children are very curious. They want to know why. They want to know why
Yeah.
this thing behaves like this. Sometimes you can even see a child will tell you that I'm afraid, I'm scared, and you are saying, you that you are small, what do you know, why are you scared? They are scared because of the unknown. They are scared because, okay, they know that for a door to be closed, they need to close the door by themselves or they need to open it. But for them to just sit down and they see the door closed by itself and nobody's closing it makes them scared because why is this thing closing by itself? You need to explain to them that, okay, it's the wind, air that made the door to close.
Close.
They are seeing shadow for the first time. The first time my son saw shadow, he was telling me, Mama, what's this? What's this? I say shadow. He was watching it, he was moving, and he was moving with him and everything. So, as a parent, you need to be knowledgeable, because when your child is curious and your child is asking you lots of questions, you need to provide answers. If you don't provide the answers, they will get the answers elsewhere, and you don't want them to get the wrong answers. So,
At
you need
all,
to
yeah.
welcome curiosity. Then when you talk about critical thinking, this is a situation. This can lead to problem solving skills. When you see your child trying to do something, sometimes allow them. Your child is trying to remove his or her socks and they are struggling. Just leave them. Don't do everything for them. Allow them to remove it. It's going to take time. Sometimes I even see my toddler struggle with, he might take plastic plate, this plastic plate that has a cover. He's trying to close it. He's not doing it well. He's shaking. He's getting frustrated. He's crying and everything. I can assist him. I'll tell him, okay, let me hold it for you. Close it by yourself. You don't have to collect it from him and say, okay, you close it. Is it that you show him
Ah,
or you guide him or you allow him to do it until he gets it? So it is very, very important for you to allow your children to express themselves, to be curious, show that curiosity. Sometimes you allow them to be messy. They are seeing water in a bowl, they want to play with it and everything. And because of you are this perfectionist like myself, you want everywhere to be tidy, you want it to be perfect. You say no, go out from there, and then they are not engaged, they don't have anything to keep themselves busy and everything. They will get bored and then they will feel like they will lose that curiosity to try things, to do things for themselves or by themselves. So when they just see things they might want to go, they'll just be like, mom is here, she will not allow me do it. So sometimes allow your children. This can enable them come up with something, it can help them to be creative. So when they
yes.
explore, when they are curious and you welcome their curiosity, it's going to help them a whole lot. Now if
It is part
okay,
of
what is
learning.
yes,
Yeah, I say it is
exactly,
part of learning. Very, very important
exactly,
that you allow that
exactly.
curiosity. For
Yeah,
instance, you use water as an example. Yes, allow the child to play with that water and let him or her spill it. tell the person to go and get a rag,
Get
come and
rag
mop
and
it.
clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that way, you are teaching him or her this is what you're supposed to do when water spills. But if you say, no, don't go, don't touch it, you don't want, no, that is not the way. He will not learn, she will not learn. They will remain where they are. And when they even see other kids do it, they'll be like, what are they doing? It will just be strange to them. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
Because
just be
they are not
quiet,
doing it.
watching and everything. Even I'm
Because
this
they are not
person
doing
that
it.
I always
How
to say it, I like my space to be tidy and in order. So when my first son entered school, when he's done with his assignment, I can give him a book to scribble as a rough book and something like that. So when he starts writing, if I just see him leave the book and start writing on surfaces, I will collect the pencil from him. But like I said, we are learning, and I'm not a perfect parent. I've learned to
yeah,
allow him express himself and everything. I'll see things from another angle. My
angle.
second son came, you know how second bonds and their I don't care attitude are. My second son, he started school, and me trying to guide them to avoid them writing on surfaces and on the walls. Before you do assignments with the first one, the second one has run off with his pencil. If you see my
Uh-huh.
walls, writing everywhere, scribbling, pencil, crayons, and everything. I've just accepted it,
You
because the
cannot
more
avoid
you
this.
try to hold back, it will be difficult,
Can't.
and you are going to
Yeah,
get worn out trying to hold them. So I see it as an opportunity for them to learn how to grip their pencils better. So I'm just looking at the positive side. That's why when I see them,
exactly.
they go ahead and read or point out everything, I'll be happy. So if I'm restricting them from being themselves or expressing themselves, you see that it will be difficult for me to see what the capabilities they have, what they can do. That's why
What
you
they
get to see
can.
some parents, their children will come back from school, they don't know what, okay, how they are performing. When they ask them to come for open day to be involved in the PTA meeting or one-on-one conversation with the teachers, they will not go. They'll be like, they are still small, it doesn't matter. Please, when they are little that it even matters the most. When you come, you get to know the kind of learner your child is. If your child is a fast learner
Is
or a slow learner, if your child learns more by listening or by watching, by seeing. So this whole thing, it's very, very important to be intentional and be involved in your child's life. That's why I said parenting is an active process, not just a passive one. Money Talks with Adia, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So I'll move to the next point, which is control their digital exposure and encourage reward learning. Hmm. My dear, Vivi, this controlling their digital exposure, it is not easy, because
at all
we are in a digital era now. Everything is online and
digital. The
digital.
worst, the worst they are learning is digital. So how are
Yeah, it is doable.
you called? It's not those days where we learn with books. You come and copy your notes. Now they have now they have mini laptop. That is what they use. Their notes, everything is in there. The only thing, highest thing you can do there is just to put parental control. That is the
Yes.
only thing. Yes, you
Yes,
can do there.
and you
But
can guide them with screen time. You limit the screen time
yeah,
starting from small. You see this permissive parents that probably they give their child a gadget
everything.
to watch a hair, and then I know some parents, there's this mentality that we have in this our era, our generation of parents, where we say the things our parents did not give to us, I will give my children the best life. What I'm saying is, it is very, very good for you to give the children the best life. But what do you see as the best life? What do you mean by best life? Do you
Best
mean
life.
raising children that are all round okay, or you're talking about giving the child everything they want? Remember, children are learning, they don't know everything, they don't know the consequences of everything. So if you're saying you're giving your children the best life and everything, they want this, you give it to them, anything they want, you need to balance it too, because somehow our parents style of parenting, has a positive impact to some extent, whereby they let us understand that we can't have everything we want. You get? So in as much as you can give your child everything in the world, if you are wealthy, you can give your child everything in the world. I think you should learn how to limit them, or let them know that in as much as we have this thing in the fridge, oh, we have fruits, or we have cookies. In as much as the thing is available in the fridge doesn't mean, yes, money talks with it, they are making them feel entitled. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't just make them feel like, okay, because of it's in the fridge, you can have it and everything. You can guide them. You can say, oh, you have had these snacks today, you can't have more. Tomorrow you can have it. You can even attach it as a reward to something. Okay, when you go and make your bed, go and make your bed. If you make your bed, I will let you have this. So this will help them to engage and understand that things does not just come easily like that. Because when they come out in the world like this, and they are faced with challenges and difficulties, they will start blaming everyone else, and they will put blame on everyone. They will not take responsibility, and they will not understand that there is a way the world operates. You can't have everything. The world is not fair. You understand? So once you let them know these things, but you do it with love, not just make them feel like it's wickedness. You yourself, you correct them. There is something I was eating popcorn. I was eating popcorn one time. And you know, if you're eating popcorn as an adult now, you can control your portions. You just be using your hand to pack it. You will not be taking it little by little. You know, popcorn with is sweet, with sugar, milk day. Especially the one you made by yourself. So this thing happened. I made popcorn, and my son was eating. I can see him take three at once and put in his mouth. And I'll call him Jason, little by little, one at a time. So after telling him one at a time, I proceeded to take my own. I just fetched, and I was pouring it
Okay.
in my mouth, and he watched me. I was like, that was when I had to calm down. I was now reducing my own portion, because if you tell them take it one at a time, you need to show them how to do it. Not just if you're telling him take it one at a time, take it one at a time, you are packing your own in your mouth. So it is very, very important for us to lead by examples. So it's good for you to give your children the best things in life, but make sure you are not spoiling them, because at the end of the day, you have yourself to blame. When they become adults, they cannot do things for themselves, or they feel like they deserve everything, and they cannot understand that they need to put effort for them to get results. They need to put in effort and everything. Now, I'll talk about encourage real world learning. You get? Teach them with stories, teach them with history. If your kids are still little, you can tell them bedtime story. You can come up with bedtime story. All these ones that they talked about, the greedy tortoise in our own time, they are familiar with animals. So this time around, you can tell them stories. There is a tortoise, he was greedy. You explain to them what being greedy is to the best of their knowledge, their own level. You break it down and explain to them, this is what happened to the tortoise at the end of the story. They will learn. Oh, the sometimes you can even ask them if they have gotten up to the age whereby they can say what the lessons they picked. They can explain to you, oh mommy, I learned that the tortoise ended up this way because of these actions and everything. If they are still little, you can share with them, and something like that. It can be a lullaby, you sing with them, they will learn it. Just find a way to make them learn songs, make them read. They should go out and play outdoors, especially when you have boys. Growing training boys and girls is a different ball game and everything. You don't train. There's one man that say you don't train boys inside the house, and it's true, because when they go outside, it will be as if you have unleashed a lion. They are ready to do everything. They want to explore. You try to hold them and everything, but when they get used to, okay, they are going outdoor, you start guiding them. Going out will not be a new thing for them. They will get used to it, and they know, okay, this is how to comport themselves, this is how to behave when they are outside and everything. But if you lock them up inside, they get bored easily. I know the number of toys, educational toys I've gotten. If you see building blocks, I'll enter my kitchen, I'll pick one. I'll enter my room, I'll pick one. So everywhere you have things scattered all around. They just get distracted easily. So it's very, very important for you to be creative. You can even get puzzles, educational games, real life experiences and everything. You can tell them, oh, this thing happened to me because of I did this, to avoid them. I watched a video where a guy was trying to stop his son from plugging things in the socket. Every time the guy would just take any charger or something like that and put in the socket, and the man showed his son, come and see, come. He held one charger, gave the son another charger, and pretended as if he was trying to plug it in. And then he pretended that the thing shocked him. So he said, ah, ouch, my hand. And told the child, oh yeah, go try your own, try yours.
Mhm.
And the child was saying no. So sometimes you need to show them or teach them with examples so that they will learn. It is very,
You need
very
to demonstrate
important.
it.
You
Yeah,
say?
that's why I say you need to demonstrate it. That is why I
Exactly.
say they copy what they see. And
Very well.
it's very important in teaching them, like that is, I will say, demonstrating it. Don't do this, you show them how, not what to do next. Don't climb this tree, you show them how not to. If you want them to really climb it, you also show them how to do it. So it goes a very long way in impacting their lives. When those days when we were growing, like if my father said, go and get me, maybe I'm, all those children fight, I'll be fighting with my brother. He will be like, go and get me cane, for this boy, he's not here. If you see the speed I will use and go and get the cane, because they want to use it on my brother. But when it's for me, go and get cane, I will not hear, I'm not dey hear anything by that time.
Yeah,
Everything that he'll be saying, go and get, I will not hear. So that is to tell you how fast we can learn,
we
and
can, yes.
how it can impact in our lives. I have
Yeah,
known that if I get this, see what, I am the one that receive it and I don't want it and it is painful. Yes. So when you teach them that, when you demonstrate it and they see it, no, this is not good. If I do this,
yeah.
see the
See the
consequences,
consequences.
see what I will receive. Yes, they are not going to do it. Another thing is reward efforts. If
Yes, and
try
not
to
just
reward
results.
effort, yes, and not results. We parents, we are too fond of clapping for results, rewarding result. Like, okay, in the class now, how many A's did you get? I got 100 A's, I got 10 A's. No, how did your child get that 10 A's? You have to know, you have to be involved to see how, and see him put him or her put in that action, not just the result. And that is how it is in everything they do, in every area of their lives. Make sure you are guiding them into putting effort. Let them know that it is when you work you will eat.
That you
It
get
is when
reward.
you put in your effort that you will get results. And not just like, maybe you have your child that is up to taking their senior work, and you be like, okay, I will pay for everything, you now go and pay a machinery for your child to get A's. That is wrong. In fact,
Yeah.
that is the worst thing you can do to your kids. The very worst thing you can do to them, because I
Buy
don't
buy
even
their
know
way
what.
up for them.
Yes, because it will make them, they will become nothing. They will, everything they are doing in life, that is how you have to do it for them. So let them know that this life is not just a bed of roses. Just like you said, you will give them what you can give them. Even sometimes what you can give them, don't give them all. Give them little by little, so that they will appreciate it, so that they will know it doesn't come
Come
easily. And
easily.
also, yes, and also let them know that there are people out there that doesn't have it. I watched, let's say, all these skits where a child, he came in contact with poor people, poor kids, and we are like, the way he handled them, we are like, whoa, who are they? They are not humans. Because why? He has not come in contact with such people before. Sometimes take them to motherless babies home. Sometimes take them to all these homes. Sometimes you can see these kids that has this autism, most of our kids don't know them, don't know what autism is. Yes, even if they don't know the meaning of autism as per um explaining it, but
to
when
the
they should be able
definition,
to yes, but they should be able to know when they see it in a fellow child.
and then
Because
they
if
should be
they
kind.
know, thank you. If they know, it will also help them to know how to follow them, to know how to handle them. And it will not make them feel like, what is this? Or even I call it embarrassment. Because if my child cannot come out and maybe you see somebody that is an autistic child, you will now be feeling like you are the king or whatever. I call it embarrassment to myself. You don't, yes, there are some people like that, and they are not like that because they want to. That is the way God brought them. Or even if it's because some of those things, some of them are medical problem too. So whatever that causes it, it is never the wish of the child or the parents.
To be
So
that way.
let them, yes, let them also know how to accommodate. Let them know how to accommodate their fellow human beings in
Yeah.
whatever situation they see themselves, in whatever position they see themselves. Let them know that this thing, I am privileged, yes, to have this. I am privileged to be in this position, not because I am the best, not because my mom has the most money, not because my character is the best. No, but because it's the will of God. That is where religion comes in. If you have been following your own religion, whatever which one you are doing, and you let them know that in such some areas, this is what God can do, and this is how life is, they will
Yeah.
understand it. It will help them in their adulthood. Because this thing we are doing, raising your kids, it is not that time they are kids that you will see the impact, or that you will say, no, this it is when they are grown, you will see a grown adult misbehaving. So
Yeah.
that is it. And
You you
now,
said it well.
yeah, now we have many AI things. We don't even know the
Yeah.
ones that is
The ones that
real
are
and the ones
real.
that is not. So it is very important that we also let them know that there are many AI tools now, and also let them know how to get the real facts, as in how to get the real thing. Just like you said, show them the real life. Use real life experiences in
Experiences.
teaching them. Use real life experiences in teaching them in everything they are doing. Let them feel the real life of it, not always following what they see on the screen on social media. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Most of these things, because the way AI is now, if you that's adult, if you don't look well, you won't be able to know the one that is AI and the one
Differentiate
that
it
is
is
real.
true.
Yeah. So we should try as much as we can to show them all these things so that they will know on time. I know parenting is not easy. Yes,
Yeah.
there is no perfect parent, but we
Yeah.
should strive
Yeah.
to do the
Thank
ones
you.
we can do. Yeah.
Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Henry. Thank you for joining us. So, you said it all. Parents, we are mirrors. Our children mirror everything we are doing. And the fact of partners, how we act to each other. If you are raising children, your children need to see how you are treating your partner. This is where dysfunctionality comes in. That's why we have dysfunctional homes. If you yourself, you don't have the proper, you're not in the mental state, and then you get married to another person that is also that doesn't know themselves, and the both of you give birth to children, somehow you can even see, you see a home where they have domestic violence. It tears my heart because everything that will be going through that child's head, the child will not be able to concentrate. That's already a dysfunctional home because things are not going the way they should. So you
Issue.
see a child see everything their parents are doing. When they go outside, you see them try to beat their mates and everything. Sometimes we are the ones doing ourselves, because whenever our children go out there to do something, they are portraying what they see us do. So if you don't want to disgrace yourself, in as much as I know some children might go astray, you will not put the whole blame for on yourself. But as a parent, if you've done your own percentage, what you need to do, right, you leave the child to make choices, and whatever choices they make, they have consequences for it. But I'm saying the foundation, like I mentioned in the beginning, the foundation matters a lot. It's going to help guide your child and tell the kind of person your child will be. So when our children go out and do some things, it's what they've seen us do inside at home that they are doing outside. So if we want our children to be kind, we want children that have empathy, children that are responsible, children that can take responsibility for their action and not look for who to blame. We should learn that as parents. There is something that our parents are not doing that I know some parents in this era are trying to inculcate, which is apologizing, owning up to our own mistakes. We need to let our children understand that sometimes that we are humans and we can react in some certain ways, but we should not just, I know how we can let me say, for example, now you are washing plates, you break plates, these are mistakes. We as parents, we need to watch how we correct our children. We should identify mistakes and give them room for corrections. We should see mistakes as an avenue to correct them. Be careful next time, so that you will not injure yourself, you will not break the whole plate in the house and everything. But when you go ahead, shout at them and beat them tomorrow now, because we used to say it, mommy, if we wash plates and break plates, you beat us, but you broken plates now, who will now beat you? You get that kind of thing. So sometimes we should not just react whenever they do mistakes and everything, because it will make them scared to try new things or to even express themselves. So when you do wrong as a parent, own up, take responsibility. Probably you are doing something and your child is craving your indulgence. Mommy, see, to you it's like a distraction. You are walking, you can shout out to your child and everything. I know sometimes if you are really an intentional parent, sometimes you feel pity for your child for what you just did or how you shouted at him or her. Now, the right thing is to repair the damage, because that's the damage you've caused right there. Is to repair it and not just shove it up and say, oh, it can pass because you are the bigger person here, you are the parent. Nobody, you can't answer to your child. No, when we make that kind of mistakes, you can call your child and say, oh, I'm sorry about earlier. Mommy is so tired. Mommy had a lot on her table. I wasn't angry at you. I was just angry at something else. I sincerely apologize. My dear, it won't take anything away from you. But what you are doing to that child, you are teaching that child how to apologize. You are letting them know that saying sorry, saying thank you, these magic words are nothing. It's not going to take anything from them. There are some people that it's a big deal for them to come and say thank you to someone or to say sorry. They will try to tell the person this is where you went wrong, and they feel like, no, I did not go wrong in any way, or they will not give the person room to say, okay, you have the right to express how you feel. Sometimes the way when we do something to people, we can't control how they will receive it or how they will feel, or how they you might just crack a joke. It might be an expensive one and you expect the person that the person should not take it to heart, but to that person, the thing you are joking about triggered something in them and they are not happy about it. You cannot just come and say, just small joke that I'm joking with you. No, you have to own up and apologize that that's not what you intend to do, that's not what you mean, that they got the message in another angle, from
Mm.
another perspective, and you apologize. So as parents, let us normalize it to apologize to our children. It is very, very good. I can remember what happened to my 2 years old toddler. He eats, like when I feed him, like he it gives me joy when I give him food and he eats and everything. I don't have problem. Now this is where I got it wrong. One day I was trying to feed him, and after he took the first one, he refused to collect. Normal African mom, you can shout, you can spank him or threaten him. If you don't eat this food, I'm going to get my cane. If you don't eat this food, I won't give you this, or something like that. Unknown to me, he has an injury in his gum, in his teeth. He has an injury, and the food he was eating, the first one I gave to him, it seems like it triggered it and he refused to collect. So I told him that he has to eat the food. I had to carry him. I was trying to make him eat the food because I knew that, this, you like this food, so why are you refusing it? I was thinking like probably he's just being stubborn at that time and everything. But if I did it that day, and he just took little. I felt okay, maybe he wasn't hungry. The next square meal, the next meal I was giving to him, the same thing repeated itself. So if I'm not a mother that pays attention or try to figure out what the problem is, I would have beat him or I would have punished him for no reason, for something that he's suffering. So later I said, let me look at his mouth. I checked his mouth and saw that he has an injury. That's why he's refusing to take that food. And I had to tell my husband that look at what happened though. He's refusing his food, and I just checked. I saw that he had an injury. If I had used the anger of preparing food, trying to feed you, and then you're telling me no, you will see that you will not even know what's happening to your child. So the thing helped me to say, okay, prefer a solution. I did not give him oily food or food that has pepper or food that will go and touch his gums. I just gave him
Yeah.
pap or a ham, and then I had to get vitamin C for him to heal quickly. And if you see, after 3 days, when I brought the food, he was the one rushing me that I should give him the food. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to our children. If you see your child behaving in a certain way that they don't do on a norm, create room, try to find out the problem. If it's kids that can talk, you should ask them what is wrong so that they can explain themselves and express themselves. Welcome, Sandra. The next one that I want to talk about is the mistake we are making as parents most times is comparing our children. This thing can bring hatred amongst siblings. Some parents do have favorite children. Excuse me. Sometimes we can
Right.
have, in every house, you can have someone that is quite different from the rest, or someone that is an explorer. When you give an instruction, there's one particular person that will do otherwise. I believe most times as mothers, we believe we tend to show them love, draw them closer. But if we do it wrongly, we are going to hurt the other kids. It will be more like, okay, you are giving this person many graces compared to us. You get, you can ask your children, probably your child will do this thing. You'll be like, I don't expect this thing from you. A whole you, I don't expect this from a person. While if their sibling does that same thing, the way you handle it is differently. So you handle it differently. So please, as parents, we should not play partiality or favoritism amongst our children. Don't love any one person more than the other person. Even when we have children that are older than the other one, we should, I know that there is room for, okay, this person is younger, this person doesn't understand, but you need to let the older person understand that at this stage your younger brother or your younger sister doesn't understand this thing. Probably you have a teenager and you have a toddler. The way you handle a toddler is different from the way you handle a teenager. But the teenager needs to understand that the why you are doing this is because of, at this level, this is the right way to guide your toddler. So when you, for example, you have a 5 years old and 3 years old, the 3 years old carries a spoon and starts hitting it on the door, and then you shout at the child or you spank the child. Then the toddler, the one of 3 years, does the same thing, and you just collect it from the person. You are going to give correction, but everybody on their own level. The person that the 3 years old, you can collect it and say, don't do that. You can use your hand and tell the person, don't take it, don't do that. You take it inside. The 5 years old, you don't even need to even bat him. You say, you just tell the person, take it back. The person should take it back, and when he doesn't take it back, he should know that there's a consequences for not taking it back immediately. So you don't do partiality, probably because this one is younger, you just let them do whatever they want to do. This one is older, then you can go ahead and spank the person. It creates enmity amongst siblings. You don't let this person have their way and allow this person, or compare them. Can't you see your brother is doing this, your brother is doing this? And then Vivian, when you were talking, you mentioned something about grades, results and everything. That rewarding results, it's really bad, because parents will tell you, if you don't come out with first, if you don't come out with second, if you don't come out with third, no Christmas clothes for you. That's what they used to threaten us that time. No Christmas clothes for you. Although my parents didn't do that anyways. But rewarding efforts, when you see children come, if your children should bring their results, you should look at their grades, where they are looking, where they are doing well, look at their strengths, know where you want to help them improve, and not just saying the person that came first in your class, did they have 100 head? Your child might come sixth or seventh in class. You check the number they are in class, the capacity. It might be a class of 40 and your child is the sixth person, and you check their grade. Sometimes your child might even be come seventh in a class of 50. You check your child's grades, a. But if you want to check the difference between your child and the people that came first to fifth, you see it's just minor points. So it's very, very important for us to reward efforts, see that okay, they are doing well, they pass the cutoff mark, encourage them and help them to do better. Wherever they're having challenges, you help profess solutions to them, to help them, and not just go on and say you must come first. You put unnecessary pressure, you make children to, these are the kind of people that we go to a university, study the course. The course is their parents want them to study, and that's not what they want for themselves. They do it for their parents, and they are not happy doing it. You will see that this person will go out there into the world, and the person is devastated. The person is not satisfied. It is very, very important to guide people to choose their career path in life. Allow your children choose their career path in life. This whole thing that you do, I want a lawyer, I want a this thing, at the end of the day you go get lawyer, you go be charge and pay lawyer wey be say you man you no go understand. You go use your hand dey ask yourself, this kind lawyer wey be say you no go fit even go make mouth. But when you allow your children be themselves, if they say okay they want to go into music, you can help them do it on a larger scale and everything. See the capacity in them and guide them. You understand? That's what you can do. If you want to force them to do anything, sometimes you can even look at your child and see what they are picking interest in. If it's towards art, if it's towards science. Back then in our school in the north, then they give us the opportunity, they give us our class. If you are going to art class, commercial class or science class, based on your subject, how well you are doing in your subject. If you are doing well in science subject, they are going to um advise you to pursue science. But if you don't want to do that, you can choose to change to science, commercial class or art class. Not the one whereby you have to just they have to tell you okay, this is where you are going. Your parents say you should do art, you have to do art. Please let us help our children be themselves and pursue their career path. We are running out of time, so we have two more points to talk about. We should help them build their confidence and help them with their emotional intelligence. This emotional intelligence, my dear, you need to help your children be smart, just like this AI stuff you talked about. They need to understand that okay, things like this is possible, so that nobody will play with their head. You see some things
Yeah.
whereby some children will see some things, they'll feel like it's magic. They'll be they I have there are some things I would like to share, but because if I did not take permission from the person, I will not be able to share them. I like if I'm sharing stories, I will take permission. But let me just give a random example. You have a child that is being locked inside the house. They don't get to meet with people. You've not helped them with books or things that will help them build their emotional intelligence. When they go out, their peers can easily influence them or make them see things from another angle. Anything you are telling them will just be on the side. Their peers can just do a little trick and they will be marveled. Wow, he has superpowers. Like this person is better than me. They see them like a mini god just because of their peers just do something that they feel like, oh, they cannot do it by themselves. But if you build your child's confidence and you help them to be emotionally intelligent, they can go outside, they see a stranger is trying to convince them and everything. But because of they know they are intelligent, they can be able to think and say, no, this is not right and everything. That's how you can see children. They say they kidnap a child, the child was coming back from school, this and that. They know when to run, they know when to do the right thing. For example, you have a guest. The guest say, come and eat with me. He's calling your child, come and take meat and everything. A child that is emotionally intelligent will tell you, no, thank you. Because back in the days, our mom, they will give you corner eyes. They give you all eyes like that. You already understand. They don't need to talk. So you need to help your children to be emotionally intelligent. They know how to act. You don't need to start telling them what to do, because if they go outside, they will disgrace you. They go out for parties and everything, and then they start behaving as if they've not seen food in their life before and everything. You all these things are things the work you have to do behind the scene in the house. And when they go out and you see them thrive, you will be proud, you will be happy. The second to last point is that you should pray with them and also pray for them. You see this prayer, I don't know if you're a Muslim, if you're a Catholic, just if you want to really help your child to raise them morally, you need to teach them the right path, you need to guide them. You give them room why, okay, you are praying to God, you are covering your hair as a Catholic, you tell them why it is done. You need to answer them so that when they go out to the world tomorrow, people cannot play with their faith. People cannot just make them feel like they've been lied to. So our doctrines, our faith is something that we need to live. Let them see it, not by saying it on Sunday. It's only on Sunday that they will see that, oh, my mom is a kind person, my mom is a good person, only when they go to church. And then normal days, they see how you treat neighbors, they see how you backbite, they see how you carry out wicked things. See this example, you are having issues with a friend or a neighbor, and your child tomorrow feels like, because of you are having issues with my mom, I'm not going to greet you or something like
Praise
that. I know
you.
say as African pikin, if you fight my mama, me and you go get wahala o. But somehow adults do have misunderstanding, but you tend to let your children know that they should not end your enemy. You get that kind of a thing. They need to understand, okay, in as much as two adults are having issues, I don't have the right to also be rude to that person. You still show respect no matter what. That's when you bring your child up morally. So you pray with your child. Your child, you should have a prayer routine. Your child should see you pray. They pick these things little by little. And when you are not there, when they go out there to school, higher institution, they will live by this thing. You don't need to follow them around. Mommy's boy, your mommy is calling you. Have you eaten? Have you done this? Have you done that? You make them. It will help them to be independent. It will help them to do these things without you. They're not going to do eye service. They won't be doing
Yeah.
it because of they want to please you. They will not be praying. Maybe they hear your mom is coming. They will not do their praying before they sleep. They do it. You don't even need to be sure that they are doing it. They pick these things, and everything starts from little. That's why the foundation is very, very important. Lastly, ah, this one, you need to parent yourself. I said no parent is perfect. We need to parent ourselves. I said I'm not a perfect parent. Like now that we're having this conversation, I'm picking some things that I'm going to implement in my home as well. So it is very, very important for you to parent yourself. You sit back, all these things I've been doing to my child, have I been hard on them? Have I been doing it the right way? You get knowledge, equip yourself so that when they come with questions, buzzwords, you can answer them. Not the one your child will ask you question, you will be looking, you don't even know where to start from. If you have answers to their questions, you look like a superhero to them. If you have solutions to things, that's why you see your child will come back, and probably your child will be singing what they've been taught in school. They will be singing I love you, and you go in, you start singing it with them. They will be surprised. Ah, my mom know what they taught me in school or something like that. So for little children, even your teenagers, your adolescents and everything, you need to equip yourself. Don't allow them to be the one showing you, just like this AI. Our parents, now we go to tell them that. If they tell us, you know how you be in a WhatsApp group, your dad and your mom will just send this thing. Pray, oh, they say the world is ending tomorrow. See what is happening. They show where dragon. End time is near, and our parents will be forwarding it. Pray, oh, be safe out there and everything. We need to be ahead, because the world we are in now is a digital world. So if we are not exposed, our children, that's why you see a child, a toddler operating phones. Is it not? When I was in, okay, I used phone quite early, sha. When I was in my JS class, that I was introduced to phone. But children now, they are introduced to gadgets. They know how to swipe, they know how to do a lot of things. So we need to control these things and equip ourselves so that we will not be carried away or will not overlook things. Sometimes there are some things that we would want to do. Our parents are not really conversant with it. We might just play with their head. That's why you see some people, I didn't do that to my parents anyway. They are in the higher institution, they'll call their parents and say, they say we should pay money for school fees. They will say, they say we should pay money for lectures, they say we should pay money for this. They'll be calling big amounts and everything. This Some of these people, they did not go to higher institution, and they believe that, oh, my child is going to school, but if you're doing that, it's not right anyways. They just go ahead, anything for their child, they start sending the money and everything. So you've done that one. Now you are now a parent, your children are getting smarter, they are learning. Tomorrow they might do the same thing for you. So if you are not equipped, if you are not well equipped, that's how they will deceive you. You get carried away, and then you lose them. So it's very, very important that we are up to the trend, what is going on, so that we will be able to guide our children rightly. Parent your children with love, be involved. Don't give them everything, in as much as you want to give them the best life. Make sure you understand, make sure you make them understand that anything they are getting in life, it has to be earned. You don't have entitlement. They should not have that entitlement mentality. We should guide them and help them to know themselves. They should not follow the crowd. They should it is okay for them to be different. Just like for you people that are in the Western world, your children are going out there to meet people from different backgrounds, different nationalities, and diverse culture. Your child might be the only black person in their class and everything. You need to let them or help them understand there is something as race, and no race is inferior to the other. They are unique in their own way. You tell them the advantages that comes with being a black person and everything, and you should not making them feel too proud or something like that, that they will not be rude, or they are going to be hard on other people. It is very, very important that you help them to be confident, build their self-esteem, so that they will not bully them in class. When they meet these people, they will not feel inferior or try to even meet up. That's why sometimes all these phonetics, you meet a white person, you are trying to level up, and you now be doing super super. Sometimes these people say they don't even say they want to see your originality. They even want to learn. You see that your own tongue, enjoy it, not you. You are speaking with a white person say, hello, how are you doing? You know, start, I'm fine. You go kill yourself, your throat go pain you. So just be yourself. Your children should see you do interact with other people, be yourself and carry yourself. Me, I'm not a proud person, but I'm not swayed by trends or me. If I will even ginger you, I would like to even help you feel good about yourself, because the way I'm feeling, I feel like every other person should know that they are good, they are intentional, they have talent, and they are unique in their own way. So it's very, very important for us to help our children know they are unique. And you see this thing about talking to your children, in as much as they are little, you can tell them things, and the way they receive it, you can talk to your child like an adult. It is very, very therapeutic, to be very, very honest, because you feel like you are being understood, in as much as they will not get everything you are saying to them. If you just talk to them, my child my sometimes if my child do some things, I will just be surprised that these children are really growing. I was sitting down, I was holding my tummy and everything, and I was having cramps. My son saw me, Mama, are you okay? For him to ask me if I'm okay is because of he has seen me ask him, JJ, are you okay? So for him to ask me, Mama, are you okay? The thing melted my heart. I felt happy. And I told him that, yeah, I'm fine, Tommy. I have a boo boo in my tummy, because that's the long language he understands. He held my tummy and was telling me, sorry, Mama, sorry. I said, thank you very much. I was so happy. I hugged him. I told him that mommy will be fine. So when you do these things to your children, they will reciprocate it, and you'll be happy. You see that they have compassion, they have empathy. There is this trend that is going on, to conclude, so that you can also conclude from your own end. We are running out of time. There is this trend that is going on, whereby you see a mother or a father, they will just pretend as if they fainted in front of their child or their children, to see what they will do. Some of them, in as much as their children's reaction were hilarious, I just felt like it's a message. That thing is passing a
Yeah.
message. If you need to work, that's when you need to put in some work. They need to learn what they should do in time of crisis or emergency. I saw one, they were watching TV, their mom fell. They said, ah, my tummy, their mom fainted. They didn't move an inch, they didn't blink an eye. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. As in, if you see me that night, I would be thinking, even if it were me, I'll be thinking about my life. I've not tried it with my children, but the fact that I've seen their concerns, or probably my son might be playing roughly and step on me and I shout out, he goes ahead and apologize immediately. Sorry, mama. And you feel okay, their minds are there. So that's why it's important you don't allow your children to just do screen time and just move on. Whatever thing that is happening, they don't care and everything. You see some people, there's one that the boy had to go and bring water for the mom. In as much as the boy brought water, the mom still pretended like she's already gone, and the boy started crying. The boy proceeded to go out and start calling people to come and help their mom. That was when the lady jumped up and said, come, it's a prank. And people are saying that it's not good. If a real one happens, God forbid, they might
Yeah.
think that it's the same prank and everything. So everything
Step
has its own advantage and disadvantage. Something like
and
that, this
disadvantage.
trend is just for you to help your child know what to do, have empathy, and be aware and be present, be intentional. Your child might be crying, you pay attention. What is wrong with you? Please, it's very, very important. It's not easy to parent, and no parent is perfect, but we can do it so that we can help our child. Because in this chaotic world, in this kind of world we are in, we need a child that is brilliant and a child that has moral values. It is very, very important. This is where I'm going to conclude, and I will allow Vivian to conclude on her own part. If there's anything she has not said, let her tell us.
Yeah, I just want to touch one or two points you raised before. You made mention of parents being partial to the kids. Maybe the younger one did something, and the way you
You
caution that
overlook.
younger one is not the same. Yes. So I want to tell you that there is no way you can stop it, especially for the last child, but you can control it. Don't make it so obvious. Yes. Don't make it so obvious. You know, the number one factor that will even make you not to know when you are doing it is because they are younger. Yes, the senior one might spill water and you be like, why are you doing this? Your mates,
You're a
they
big
don't do
boy,
this thing
yeah.
again. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but when the small one does it, you'll be like, please help, bring rag and come and clean this, chichi pour water here. So they expect you to tell that last one to go and get
That it's
rag
not.
and clean it. Yes. So, and I am encouraging us not to um let their younger age deceive us. Yes, they are younger and probably maybe the
You are
last,
smart.
and the and the love is there. So there is no way you are going to handle them just the same way you handle this new one. But don't let it be so obvious that the big
Obvious.
ones will be that the big ones will now start to be feeling jealous. See, if it is me that did this thing, now see how mommy will shout at me, see what mommy will do to me. Now, when you are not around, now they'll start maltreating that small one. They'll start bullying him or her because of those things. So yeah, that is very, very important. We should checkmate ourselves, not to use our that's not to implant that hatred by ourselves.
Yes.
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 Another important fact area I want to touch is this emotional intelligence. It is very, very important. You are implant as in when you inculcate it in them, it is going to help them, especially at their
Very
teenage
much.
age. Especially at their teenage age. What is happening in this world now is too much. For a child to be able to know, in those days, they will tell you that if you are a son of the soil, or a daughter of the soil, you should be able to know when your mates are sending you. You should, but not these days. You will be there, they will even say the thing, talk am the way they want to talk it. You won't code, because what? You are not emotionally intelligent. It was not built in you. You do not learn it. It was not your parents. Say we young parents, or these present parents, we are lacking that. We are lacking that. It is lacking in our kids. They are not able to dictate danger. They are not able. If you see where they behave, if you see the way they react, you will marvel. if I'm not there, what will you do? Train them that when you are not there, they should be able to know, to, as in, by
Yes.
me looking at somebody, they should be able to dictate and decode what the person is doing or what the person is capable of doing. By so doing, all this follow, they follow Yahoo, and we go and come. There this grammar, I come, I go, I go, I come. The next thing, story enter. They should be able to know if they are emotionally intelligent. When the thing is going out of hand, they will know, and it will also help them to know the kind of friends they keep, because it's from the kind of friends you keep that will lead you to that.
Yeah,
Let them not be carried
influence
away.
from friends.
Yes, let them not be carried away. When this one comes to giving them everything they want, if every time you are giving them everything they want, let me tell you, there's no way you will be giving your child or your kids whatever they want that you think you are satisfying. You cannot satisfy them. You cannot. When they
It's
have
true.
A, B will hungry them. When they have B, they will want to have C. So let them know that yes, you cannot have everything, and it's not even and it doesn't even come easily when you want to, as in when you want to give them. It is not even something that you can get easily. It's not, you are not entitled. Yes,
Yes,
it is
and
just the grace of God.
some of them will not be grateful. Like a video of one girl
Yeah.
that graduated. This is in the Western world. She graduated from high school, but it's a black family. So she said she wanted a. I'm not good with car models. She wanted a Mercedes
Mm-hmm.
Benz, a particular model of that Mercedes
Okay.
Benz. So her parents still went ahead to gift her. I think she said she wanted a Lamborghini or something like that. And her parents gifted her Mercedes Benz or something like that. And they wanted to surprise her. They called her out and gave her the keys. She saw the keys and then she said she doesn't want it. That if it's not the car she wanted, that she doesn't want it, they should take their car. And people were in the comment section, we don't even still give us Toyota Camry. You know the thing.
Yes.
You get that kind of a
Uh-huh.
thing. So you
So
cannot
that
just
kind of
let them go ahead, please.
that
I'm
kind of
getting
child,
into
what do you
yours.
expect him or her to be in the society? How do you think that she will be treating others? You is, if you are going to suffer it, because nobody is going to associate with him or her except those that are spoiled like her, and
Please,
you
so
will
you
see
should
it in
train
their
your
family.
children well. So because I want to have a good, I'm doing my best training my own children well. Train your children well so that
I'm telling you, yes,
let
because
me do my part. I'm
finally,
training a responsible man, responsible men.
yes,
Please, train your
yeah,
own well. Because
uh because it is still bouncing back on us. When they come, when they grow up, and they will go out there and marry nonsense, they will bring the person back to your home.
Jesus,
You'll be like, what is
Vivian
this?
said is nonsense.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Hey,
So, but
God will help us.
when they have that intelligence, they should also be able to dictate. No, this is not the type of person I want. This person will not give me what I want. So let us just try our own and still leave the rest for God. Yes, no perfect parents, but we should do our best. We are
Thank
there.
you.
We are the first God they are seeing. It is what we implant in them that they will see. We will teach them their first ABCD that they will know. So let's do our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Please, I know I said I'm concluding, but I just want to chip this in because as the spirit leads, this whole thing about raising children and raising boys in a particular way and raising women in a particular way, please, there is a time for that thing. There's a time for it. When you want a man to grow and know what it means to be a man, that's why the home, we have the father and the mother. That's why it's good for you to have a functional home and not a dysfunctional home. Your son will learn how to be a man from the father, and the girl will learn how to be a woman from the mother. But still, they still need to see, the girl still needs to see how her father is treating the mom. The boy needs to see how the boy respects the how the mother respects the father, or how the both parents love each
Respect
other.
each other.
Now, if you are bringing your children, don't give them roles. Go and wash plates, you go and cook. Please, as they are coming up, you give them roles according to age, not according to gender. If your child is up to 7 years and your child is washing plates, don't do, okay, the girl should go and wash plates, the boy should just sweep or not even do anything at all. It is very, very important to give them responsibilities in the house as turns and according to age. When we were growing up, my parents was sharing it, both boy and girl. It's your turn to wash plates, it's your turn to wash clothes. And they do not do it girls kitchen cooking only and plates, boys washing of clothes and cleaning of house. It is very, very important. It will help them with their survival skills when they go to school, when they get married, because in the Western world, I know Vivian, you agree with me,
Yeah,
both partners are involved. If you are not around, your husband will help out in some things. If you are not around, if he's not around, you help out in some things. So we should learn in our African world. We should not just allow this culture to cloud our head that okay, women, men no need, men doesn't have any business in the kitchen. Please, me that I have boys now, when they get to a certain age, they will start doing this thing for me. I will not say I'm waiting for a girl child to come and help me out or do this and everything. They don't do that. Everything, cooking, cleaning and everything, they are all survival skills. Even being clean is for their own health's sake. Not having a man that will grow, that cannot keep his space tidy, and he's saying that he's getting married for a woman to come and tidy his
yeah.
space and everything.
Please
I'm
for
going
you.
to be having a different topic or discussion on that one on another day. But since we're talking about parenting, it's still part of it. Let us train our children or groom them to help out in the house and carry out activities. Make it fun and don't make them believe that okay, this gender is entitled to do this chores and this one is entitled to do this chores. Please, it's very, very important. And while
Yeah,
we as
sorry.
parents, we love um our partner the right way so that our children will learn and know the right thing. Please go on. Go ahead.
I want to just chip in this a life story. You know, sometimes when we talk things like this, or even when parents when they see it like this, it's as if we want to show that we can maybe speak grammar or we can face the world. No. These things we are telling you here, they are real life stories. I think they happen. And if you are not careful, it will happen to you. I have a story I want to tell you. There is this family that moved from Nigeria to the Western world, and they've settled down to some extent, and the wife now gave birth. So
Mm.
the baby is 6 months. The baby was 6 months, and the woman now left the baby for the husband. She has not started her work. She was still on maternity leave, just that she wanted to go get something from the supermarket. So she went, and coming back, before she left, I think the baby was sleeping. So the husband now went and led the baby. The baby was sleeping. The woman now left, spent like up to 6 hours or 3 hours. I can't really remember. Then when she came back, she was like, ah, how is baby? The man now said, ah, baby is still sleeping. Oh, since you left, she has been sleeping. The woman was like, sleeping since then. She did not cry. She said, no, she did not cry. Nothing. Okay, let me go and check the baby. Getting to that place, the baby is already cold. The baby is already cold. What happened? In Africa, or the way we were taught, when you want to keep a sleeping baby, you can turn the
Turn them
baby
on their
this way.
tummy.
Yes. And when you do that, make sure that their nose, you keep the head well so that they'll be
Out
able
so
to
that they are
breathe.
breathing well.
Yes. So now, I am sure that is what the man did not check when
Hi.
he kept the baby. And maybe because the baby was sleeping, there's this way you be deep in sleep. Maybe she didn't cry out. She was just struggling,
Yeah, she
and
might
later
be
gave up.
struggling. Oh God.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
Omo,
because
that's
the
really a
the man,
costly mistake. Oh. Ah,
yes, but the man was trained in a way that no, you are not a woman. It is women work. I have seen a
ah,
man that bait, as in that can bait a
newborn.
day, a newborn a day. If you see the way the man handled this baby, Omo, why did I
Some
bring
women will
this?
not be able to even do that.
Yes, yes. So it is very, very important. Don't trend your kids gender. Well, how will I put it? This one
Based on
is you
gender.
don't based on gender. You don't need to come and cook. You don't need to mop the house. You don't need to do this one. Mm-mm. Let them be involved in everything. It was very sad. They lost the child.
It's really
Just
sad. It's really
as
sad.
in, I'm
Ah, I
telling
wonder
you,
how they would have managed the whole situation. Kai.
yeah, this kind of thing breaks family.
It's
if it
true.
is a relationship that is already cracking,
Because
it will
the
break
wife
up.
will be resentful
Eh?
to her husband for that
Yes,
mistake, because
yes.
she betting that child, she knows everything she went through and everything, in as much as the
Okay,
partner might be someone
you
that is
as an
involved.
adult, you as an adult, you put a baby to sleep. 30 minutes, 1 hour, you do not check how
You
the
need
baby
to
is
go and
sleeping.
check them.
You know, so that's why when you see new mommies, every 10 minutes they're checking. Ah, is she still sleeping? Are you still? You see, we will just laugh over it. But
Yeah,
if you are intentional, you will not. You won't even know when you are doing it, because that is the right thing you to do. This baby doesn't know anything. The way you keep the way they anything that is happening around them, they don't know. If they do the little they can to help themselves, if they couldn't, they just go. So it is you that you just keep a baby and you allow a baby sleep that long. You just
without
relax and
checking on the baby.
without checking on the baby, and you relax and be doing what you are doing. And if the mom did not come back by that time, maybe stayed longer, everything will still stay. You know, it is very bad, very, very bad and very,
Yeah,
very
it's
painful. So
important. Even
please,
a video I watched of a 7-year-old boy. The mom was still in school and she wanted to go in for her exams. She had to leave her baby that is not even up to 10 months old with the boy, with her son of
sorry.
7 years, and she went
Yeah,
in to write the exam. So it was other students that were probably done with their exams that captured the video. The baby was hungry, the mom was not out yet. The boy had to mix the baby's cereals and fed the baby. He also changed the baby's diaper. You get, so all these things are, you help your children to be independent and care for their younger
yeah.
ones, and in the future
Mhm.
it is really going to come in handy for them. So it's very,
Yes.
very,
Yeah.
very, very important. Thank
So,
you very much. Thank you. I'll be having a um probably I'll be having a video or a discussion towards that angle. Yeah. So thank you very much. I want to thank our viewers, everybody that joined in, even people that have watched up to this time. Thank you so much. I cannot call everybody, but Kalista, Chloe, Yusuf, thank you very much. Abby, thank you. Money Talks with Adia, God bless you. Henry, thank you so much. Sandra, thank you very much. And every other persons that joined but did not leave a comment, we really appreciate. Please, if you've not subscribed, do it to subscribe. Turn on your post notification so that whenever we are going live, you can get notified. And my co-host Vivian, her channel is Kachi's Corner. Please do well to subscribe to her channel. I do go live with her on her channel as well, so it's important because we have a lot of empowering discussions from time to time every week. So do well to subscribe and turn on your post notification. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. And I hope this class or this discussion we've had here will help all of us, and we are going to implement it in our lives so that we'll have a sane society. In this chaotic world, we'll look at how far our children will go and we'll be proud of them. Thank you very much, and have a good night rest. See you in our next live. Bye. Thank you. Vivian, good
yeah.
night. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.